everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, my name is Amanda and I'm one half of Nocture Mama's Greens. In today's video, I'm going to be telling you how to reduce your food waste. In 2020, I realized that I had a food waste problem. Every week I was throwing out all this food, and the problem was, or is, one, that I live alone. So you guys know, if you're doing the solo living struggle, that they don't sell things in single people portions, they sell them in family size portions. So I'm buying family size portions of food, and then I'm cooking family size portions of food, and then I get tired of it after 2 days, and then it ends up in the trash. Also, I was going out and I was buying groceries without first checking what was in my fridge, so I'd be double buying, and then inevitably things were going to waste. So once I realized that I had a problem that was literally throwing money away, I was like, I have to change something. So I made some changes in my lifestyle that has saved me money, that stopped me from wasting food, and ultimately is way more sustainable, because we don't want to be wasting food when there are people in the world that don't have enough to eat every single day. So I'm going to be sharing with you my 5 tips for reducing your food waste. I hope that you all enjoy. Let's get to it. My first tip is that containers and baggies are your friend. Now, ideally, we'd be using reusable plastic baggies. My only issue with those are they're really expensive. It'll be like $3 or $4 and you get one baggie, and honestly, it's not like the most efficient storage system. So I like these glass containers. I think they look really cute. I picked them up from Target. There is a set of 3. There's 3 different sizes, and I want to say it was like $15. So it's going to be a little bourgeois. These are a good fit. But then I also have these. So you can get a set of these meal prep containers from Walmart for literally less than $4. It's like $3.50, and you'll get like 4 or 5 of these containers. And this is a good option if you're on a budget and you just need some food storage. This is really great. Now, where the baggies come along, you know, I've been guilty of using the single-use plastic baggies. I'm working on it. But what I like about that is if you like buy something, like I love baked stuff. So if I get a pack of crescent rolls or biscuits, I can store half of it in the baggie, put it in the fridge, bake half, eat what I'm going to eat that day, and then I'm not throwing out a bunch of baked goods. If you're going to store like a pastry that you need to bake in the oven, I would say only store it for like 2 to 3 days, because it'll dry out and then it won't rise properly and it's a whole mess. But this is a really efficient system, because if you're storing your food in containers, then that's a great way to make sure that it doesn't go bad and that you can eat it before it does. So, number 1 tip here. My number 2 tip is to share your food. So if you all live with roommates, this is pretty easy. Talk to each other. See if you like the same type of dishes. Maybe you can get them to eat something vegan too. But it's a really great way to make sure that if you're cooking in family-sized portions, that half of it isn't going to waste. So a great example was one night I made a shepherd's pie, vegan of course, and I called my dad and I'm like, hey, do you want some of this? Because I'm going to end up wasting it if I don't share it with someone else. And he was like, let's just all eat dinner together. I'll make some food too. We did a potluck. The rest of the shepherd's pie got eaten, and I didn't feel guilty that I wasted food and ultimately wasted money. So, you know, set up a little food share system. Set up a group chat with your friends who are vegan or plant-based and be like, hey, I've got leftovers. Anyone want to do a trade-off? That way, when you get tired of your food, you can try something new. They can try something new, and nothing goes to waste. So get up on that, guys. The third tip is to check your supply before buying more. This is so important. I know it seems like a no-brainer, but seriously, guys, there are so many times where I've just gone from work to the grocery store, made a list, and didn't check my fridge, didn't check my cabinets. What happens is you end up double buying. So I'll buy something that I already have, which is annoying because I just wasted money. And then, you know, you're not utilizing what's still in your supply. So I buy a lot of produce. Unfortunately, in this country, it goes bad in like a week. So what I do is, you know, sometimes I'll be like, oh, I'm just going to get more. But if it's still good for a couple more days, the smartest thing to do is acknowledge that you still have that fruit in the fridge. Use it up before it goes bad, and that way you're saving money and you're not buying more and more and more without being conscious of what you already have. Same goes for any dry goods, milks, cereals, whatever the case. Just make sure that what you have in your supply is good. If it's bad, throw it out. If it's good, use it up before it goes bad, and then go buy some more stuff at the store, and you're going to save so much money. Just trust me on this. Fourth tip, which I kind of just said, but keep track of what's going bad and use it before you lose it. Okay, so this is really important again with produce. I know that our produce has a short shelf life. Mine does, at least. Put me on if you guys know some tips for extending the shelf life. But a great thing to do is, check. Your apples usually tend to last a while. Oranges, things like that have a longer shelf life. Spinach usually goes bad in about a week. So if you're going to buy spinach, for example, and you know it's going to go bad quickly, see if you can use it in multiple dishes that week. That way you're using all of it and you're not throwing anything out. But it's really important to just have an eye on your produce in the fridge. Don't want to just sit there and rot, because that's a really bad habit that I've had in the past. And I wasted so much food just not paying attention to what I have and what I can utilize. And my fifth tip is that less is more. It's better to buy less food, know that you're going to eat it all up for the week, than to overbuy and waste food and have things just sitting in your fridge. I know there's a lot of anxiety about having enough, especially in a world where, people might run to the grocery store and hoard everything, in a pandemic, in a storm, whatever the case. But really overbuying is such a huge problem. Overconsumption is a huge problem in general, and you don't want to be contributing to that. And in the end, again, wasting money, wasting food. So, lean on the conservative side when it comes to grocery shopping. Just get what you think you might need for the week, and if you run out, you can always go back to the store later. So I hope that you all enjoyed these 5 tips for reducing your food waste. My goal for 2021 is to be more sustainable this year, and so with that comes more sustainability content. So if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, I don't know what you're doing. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so notifications go straight to your phone. And last but not least, if you're in the Chattanooga area, a great way to make sure that you have the right size portions of food is to sign up for our meal prep. So I'm going to leave our email in the description down below. Send us an email. The consultation is free, and we'll get you going with some good vegan, vegetarian eats. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.